Kev, it's finished here in Ashton. Great win, 1-0. What are your thoughts on it?
I thought it was a really rewarding performance for the type of performance it was. Obviously we got our noses in front early on in the game. It's been a little bit backs to the wall. We've done a little bit of work on Ashton. We knew the players that could possibly hurt us. I think to be fair, as a unit, we've handled it really well. They've just gone long ball into our box from the halfway line in the second half, and Jack and Tom were immense in the middle of the back four. But I didn't want to single anyone out because I thought all 14 lads who played a part today were outstanding.
You mentioned how defensive, obviously, we had to be once the goal was scored. However, we did get, a few chances. That's a credit to the lads, really.
It's funnily enough, I'd said to Mick in the last 10-15 minutes, I fancied to get one on the counter. And listen, we've had two fantastic chances to wrap the game up. But the games are going to pan out like that when they're hoying bodies forward and transitions are important. But we've come down here against a good side, a side who like to try and get it down in play. So we were a little bit surprised as to how direct they went in the second half with about half an hour to go. So the type of the win was really rewarding and puts me in the hat for the next round. And listen, I'm going to see it again. We're not going to win the FA Cup, but the longer we're staying there, bring some money into the club, and then great. But we've got to get started in the league.
2-2 for Amber as well. How did you see the goal?
Well, we've gone with the front four today based on one thing and one thing only, and that's goals. And that four, Connor up top has got goals for this season. Amma on one side's got goals for this season. Mitchie in the 10's got goals for this season, and Ollie on the other side's got goals this season. I've got to give a mention that I thought Danny Carson in the middle of the park playing out of position again was outstanding. But then you've got a 16-year-old playing alongside him, and they looked like a seasoned pro, young Dylan Archer. He had a fantastic game, and then you look at Carl Taylor come on early in the game and had a fantastic game at left back. Two centre halves headed everything for us today, but when they could play, they did play. And then obviously we skip out right back, just Gans without saying. He wears his heart on his sleeve all the time, and he led the side exceptionally well. And like I'd said, the whole 14 have played a huge part of the day, which puts us in the next round of the cup, and that's it only. But it's important that we get our league campaign off and running.
You mentioned the league campaign, obviously. As you said, we haven't got off to the best start in the league. So how important was it to come here against a team in the league above and win? It must stand you in really good stead for future, hopefully.
Well, listen, the one thing that we've got in there with the group is this. We've got a huge belief in the group. We know they can play at this level. And we've used today similar to the previous round against Yorkshire Amateurs. You want to use it as a bit of a springboard to take into the next game, which is obviously a home league game against Yorkshire Amateurs, funnily enough, on Tuesday night. And that's all it is. It's hopefully it's a springboard. But what learnings from today was how well we managed the game out of possession. We were a little bit more streetwise today, which is pleasing to see, and something that we've been trying to introduce into the lads. This season when we've come into this league, we've been found out a couple of times from that point of view. But listen, again, not getting overly excited about it. Puts us in the next round of the cup, and we look forward to the draw on Monday.
Just a final word on Tuesday, and obviously it's a team you've beat before, but you won't look too much into that. Are you looking forward to it though? On Tuesday?
No, well, they made 8 changes for the FA Cup tie. We're aware of that. They're doing really well in the league. I think they're in the top 4 or 5, if I remember rightly, last time I looked at the league. So we know it's going to be a difficult game, but we don't expect any surprises from them or something. But what we expect is a very well organised side, and that FA Cup tie's got no bearing whatsoever on Tuesday night.